This maple cookie recipe is out of this world. You're gonna love it. It is sweet, it is tasty, it is crunchy, and it is delicious. Okay, we are gonna start by preheating the oven to 350. Mine automatically comes on like that, so I already have a win. And we are going to use almond flour, not regular flour. We're gonna use almond flour because it gives us that delicious crispy cookie-ness. It also is so good for you. It's healthy, it is grain-free, it is gluten-free, which I always make. It is just phenomenal and filled with vitamins and minerals and all kinds of good stuff your body needs. Then we are going to add baking powder. We're gonna add about 1/4 of a teaspoon to that. I should also mention that this recipe is whole food, plant-based, vegan, and dairy-free, sugar-free, and delicious. And as for cinnamon, I love cinnamon, so I use 3/4 of a teaspoon. If you are even more cinnamony than I am, use a full teaspoon, but if you just want it as an accent, you can use 1/2 a teaspoon. And now we're at the maple syrup part, which gives it the delicious sweetness and brings all of the flavors together. I live in Los Angeles where it's really dry, so I needed to use 2 tablespoons for my cookie batter. If you live in a humid area, then you could try using 1 tablespoon and see if that works. You could always go up to 1/2 a tablespoon and then fully to 2 tablespoons if you need it like I do. We are done with the batter and we are ready to make our cookies. Now, ideally, we want all of the cookies to be about the same size so that they cook evenly together. You're gonna roll it up into a ball. Now, I realize as I'm saying roll it up into a ball, those are not balls. But you just kind of want to smush them. We'll change the shape, but you really just want to make all of the dough balls about the same size. But as in life, that is not what happened. And I wound up with this little tiny baby dough ball that was too small and wasn't going to cook the same as the others. So there was this big mom dough ball that had plenty. So as in life, the mom gave some of her dough to the baby dough and all moved forward. Then we're gonna flatten out all of the dough, the big ones, the small ones, all of them. Hopefully they're all about the same size. And if you really want to be fancy, you can use a glass to make them flat. Now, yours are gonna stick to the bottom just like mine will, so you're gonna wanna use a little bit of plastic on the bottom so that they don't. And now we're ready. We're ready to put our cookies into the oven and bake. You're gonna bake them for about 10 minutes and then you're gonna check them. The outside should be brown and it should make them nice and crispy and they should look like that. If not, then you need another minute or 2. And now we finally get to the pecan part of the maple pecan cookie recipe. Now you are going to want to pick out the sexy pecans. We don't want any broken, ugly pecans for our maple pecan cookie. We want the pretty pecans. You're gonna pick those out, and then since the outside is crispy, but the inside, the middle of the cookie should still be soft. So you should be able to just push the pecans right into those cookies. And then at this point, you are going to take it off of the baking pan and you're gonna put it on a cooling rack for probably about 10 minutes or so. Let them cool and then you can serve them either to your friends and family, or let's face it, you're gonna wanna keep these for yourself. They're so good. Look at that, come on. I know you wanna eat it. Let me know in the comments if you wanna grab into the TV and eat that maple pecan cookie. So good. The maple pecan cookies, they taste very mapley. You definitely taste the maple, you definitely taste the cinnamon, and you definitely taste the pecan. They're crunchy, they're delicious. If you love cookie recipes, you're gonna wanna check out this video. And also, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this recipe or anything else you wanna share. And I'd love for you to subscribe so we can stay connected.